Hey guys, today we're diving deep into the metal-mashing, world-saving spectacle that is Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. If you thought you knew the Autobots, well, prepare for some new faces, new threats, and some truly wild ancient alien tech. We're talking more than just cars that turn into robots. We're talking full-blown Beast Wars, folks. Get ready for a recap that's going to break down every crunch, every clang, and every dramatic monologue from this epic adventure. Before you head off, if you're enjoying the kind of content I make, please consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but it truly helps me keep the action. Our story kicks off, not on Earth, but on the verdant homeworld of the Maximals, a noble faction of Cybertronians who transform into, you guessed it, mechanical animals. Think of them as the Autobots' furrier, feathered or scaled cousins. The atmosphere is tense, thick with the scent of burning metal and the guttural roars of battle. They're safeguarding something incredibly powerful. The Transwarp Key, a device capable of opening portals across the galaxy, which, in the wrong hands, could spell cosmic doom. Unfortunately for them, the wrong hands belong to Scourge, the lead Terrorcon, a genuinely terrifying beast of a Decepticon who serves the planet-eating god, Unicron. Scourge is basically Unicron's overly zealous personal shopper, tasked with acquiring whatever bizarre trinkets his boss fancies for his next galactic meal. The sounds of blaster fire and metallic shrieks echo as the Maximals put up a valiant fight, a chorus of defiance against overwhelming odds. But Scourge and his crew are relentless, tearing through their ranks with brutal efficiency. There's a palpable sense of desperation as Erizor, a magnificent Hawk Maximal, gets taken down, her valiant cry abruptly cut short. It's a grim reminder that even legends can fall. In a desperate last stand, Optimus Primal, the guerrilla leader, makes the gut-wrenching decision to split the key, sending its two halves to different planets across the cosmos, hoping to keep it out of Unicron's greedy, planet-sized maw. He and his remaining Maximals then make a dramatic escape, barely making it out alive as their home is consumed by Scourge's destructive fury. Talk about a bad day at the office. Fast forward to 1994, Brooklyn. We meet Noah Diaz, a smart, resourceful ex-military electronics whiz who's finding the post-service job market less than welcoming. He's got that look of quiet desperation that resonates with anyone who's ever applied for entry-level jobs requiring 5 years' experience and a Nobel Prize. Noah's main motivation? His younger brother Chris, who suffers from sickle cell anemia and requires expensive medical care. It's a classic setup. Good guy, tough situation, high stakes. He's trying to provide, but the world keeps slamming doors in his face, often literally, with a resounding clunk of rejection. His dedication to his brother is clear, a beacon of warmth in an otherwise chilly urban landscape. You can almost feel the weight of his responsibilities, the silent burden he carries for his family. He's a relatable hero, one who's not fighting aliens yet, but battling the more mundane, yet equally daunting monsters of systemic inequality and medical debt. It's a quiet, reflective moment, underscoring the human element before the giant robots inevitably crash into his life. He needs money, and he needs it yesterday. This isn't just about survival, it's about providing hope for his family. And that's a powerful driver. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and Noah, needing cash, agrees to help his buddy Reek boost a sleek, vintage Porsche. Now, if you're thinking classic car theft caper, you're only half right, because this isn't just any Porsche. As Noah settles into the driver's seat, feeling the cool leather under his hands, and starts fiddling with the wires, there's a low rumble, a metallic groan that definitely isn't part of the car's original engineering. Suddenly, the car starts changing. Panels shift with a loud, grinding symphony of gears, headlights morph into eyes, and what was once a sweet ride quickly becomes a giant, chrome-plated robot. This, my friends, is our introduction to Mirage, an Autobot whose personality is as flashy as his alt mode. He's got wit, a mischievous streak, and a clear disdain for being hot-wired. The surprise on Noah's face is priceless, a wide-eyed mix of terror and utter disbelief. The car, or rather Mirage, takes off, dragging Noah along for a truly wild ride through the streets of Brooklyn. It's a whirlwind of squealing tires, close calls, and Noah desperately trying to explain he's not actually a career criminal, just really bad at job interviews. The sheer absurdity of the situation is played for laughs, with Mirage's sardonic remarks providing the perfect counterpoint to Noah's escalating panic. This is the moment Noah's mundane struggles get spectacularly derailed by a galactic war. And frankly, he handles it with more composure than I would have. The metallic whir of Mirage's transformation is a sound that screams, "Things just got complicated." Mirage, ever the showman, eventually leads Noah to an abandoned museum, which, of course, is the Autobots' secret lair. Because where else would giant alien robots hang out? Here, Noah meets the OG crew, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, RC, and Wheeljack. There's a brief, tense exchange, with Optimus Prime, the venerable leader, being, well, very Optimus Prime. Serious, duty-bound, and not exactly thrilled about a human accidentally stumbling into their operations. The air is thick with the low hum of their engines and the clanging of their internal mechanisms as they observe Noah. Just as things are starting to get slightly less awkward, with Noah attempting to make sense of the robots in disguise concept, the alarms blare. The ground trembles, and a sinister metallic clank signals unwelcome visitors. It's a full-on ambush. Scourge and his Terrorcons, Nightbird and Battletrap, crash through the museum walls with a roar, the sound of tearing concrete and shattering glass creating an immediate sense of chaos. The battle is instantaneous and brutal. Lasers flash, metal scrapes against metal, and the Autobots leap into action, their transformations a symphony of mechanical prowess. It's a proper brawl, a visceral clash of alien titans. The fight choreography is impressive, showcasing each Autobot's unique fighting style, from RC's agile maneuvers to Optimus Prime's powerful, earth-shattering blows. The entire museum becomes a war zone, dust and debris filling the air, and the metallic thump of robots hitting the ground is truly deafening. Noah, bless his human heart, finds himself caught in the middle, a tiny, terrified witness to a struggle far beyond his comprehension. A truly spectacular welcome to the world of interstellar conflict. While Noah is getting a crash course in intergalactic warfare, another key player is making her own discovery. Meet Elena Wallace, a brilliant archaeologist, also working at the museum. She's meticulously examining an ancient falcon statue, probably wondering about its historical significance, when a strange, almost ethereal glow emanates from it. The light hums faintly, a subtle, almost unheard vibration, as a cryptic symbol reveals itself. It's not just any symbol. It's a piece of the Transwarp Key embedded within the statue, patiently waiting to be found. The camera zooms in on her face, a look of focused curiosity quickly morphing into one of wide-eyed astonishment. It's the kind of aha all moment that sends shivers down your spine, letting you know that history and the future are about to collide in a spectacular fashion. She's stumbled upon something ancient, powerful, and totally outside the realm of conventional archaeology. Little does she know, her discovery is about to put her squarely in the crosshairs of a cosmic conflict. The gentle shimmer of the symbol is a stark contrast to the cacophony of battle raging just rooms away. Yet it signifies the very thing the robots are fighting over. Talk about being in the wrong place at the very, very right time. As fate would have it, the Terrorcon sensors, designed to sniff out that sweet Transwarp Key energy, lead them straight to Elena. Scourge, with a terrifying snarl and a metallic thud of his heavy footsteps, zeroes in on the glowing symbol. He's not interested in archaeological preservation. He's interested in demolition. With a sickening rip and a shower of stone fragments, he brutally tears the first half of the key from its ancient resting place. The sheer force of his movement sends Elena flying. Noah, witnessing this destructive display and realizing the danger Elena is in, instinctively jumps in to help. It's a classic hero moment, even if he's still mostly running on adrenaline and pure, unadulterated fear. The two humans, who just minutes ago were complete strangers, are now unwilling partners in a high-stakes scavenger hunt. The metallic shriek of Scourge's arm transforming into a bladed weapon is a chilling sound, emphasizing his relentless pursuit. They manage to escape the immediate danger, but the stakes have been dramatically raised. The world-building aspect here is crucial. We now understand the connection between Earth's ancient artifacts and this alien technology. The Autobots are furious. Scourge not only got a piece of the key, but also damaged a perfectly good museum. The sheer indignity of it all. Now the race is on, and it's a global dash to find the second half before Unicron's errand boy does. Safe for the moment in a new, equally anonymous Autobot hideout, Optimus Prime takes center stage to explain the gravity of the situation to Noah and Elena. The low hum of the Autobot systems fills the air. lending a serious atmosphere to the exposition dump. He details the terrifying existence of Unicron, a colossal entity that literally consumes planets. It's less eat your veggies and more eat your entire solar system. The Transwarp Key, he explains, is Unicron's ultimate buffet ticket, allowing him to travel anywhere to feast. The Autobots, having barely escaped their own homeworld after its consumption by Unicron, know this threat intimately. He recounts the destruction of Cybertron, the crackle of ancient battles, and the deafening silence after the planet's core was consumed. Optimus's voice carries a heavy weight of past trauma and future responsibility. RC chimes in with technical details, her voice a sharp contrast to Optimus's gravitas, while Bumblebee, in his own charming way, tries to make light of the impending doom. It's a lot for Noah and Elena to take in, from mundane Brooklyn life to being informed of a cosmic entity that makes Thanos look like a petty thief. The sheer scale of the threat is overwhelming, yet there's a determination in the Autobots' eyes. They aren't just fighting for Earth. They're fighting to prevent Unicron from reaching his full, galaxy-devouring potential. The tension is palpable, and Noah and Elena, despite their initial shock, begin to grasp the monumental task ahead. They aren't just in it for the adventure, they're in it for literally everything. With the threat understood, the logical next step is to find the second half of the Transwarp Key before Scourge does. Wheeljack, the Autobot engineer with a penchant for tinkering, brings up a stunning holographic map. It shimmers with vibrant colors and complex data, eventually pinpointing a strong energy signature in, where else? The lush ancient lands of Peru, specifically deep within the Amazon jungle, which, let's be honest, is always where the good ancient alien tech hides. The anticipation is thick, a silent beat before the next phase of the adventure begins. The Autobots know the journey will be perilous, a trek through unfamiliar terrain. Noah, ever the pragmatist, sees an opportunity to help and protect his brother, understanding the stakes if Unicron gets his way. Elena, the passionate archaeologist, is equally driven by the historical significance and the desire to prevent such a powerful artifact from falling into evil hands. They volunteer to join the mission, their human expertise a vital complement to the Autobots' power. Optimus Prime, initially wary of bringing humans along, finally agrees, seeing their resolve and the unique skills they possess. It's a moment of tentative alliance, a blending of species for a common cosmic cause. The decision is made, and a new destination is set. The rumble of their engines, usually a prelude to battle, now signifies the start of a long, hopeful journey to a distant land. Get ready for some jungle action, folks, because things are about to get wild, and just like that, we're off to Peru. The Autobots, cleverly disguised as various vehicles, the usual robots in disguise shtick, make their way across the globe. Imagine an epic road trip, but with less sing-alongs and more existential dread. Noah and Elena, crammed into one of their alt modes, probably trying to figure out how to work the alien air conditioning, are now officially part of the squad. The landscape shifts dramatically from urban sprawl to the breathtaking, rugged beauty of rural Peru. We see shots of towering mountains, dense jungles, and ancient ruins peeking through the foliage. The air, thick with humidity and the scent of exotic flora, provides a stark contrast to Brooklyn's concrete jungle. It's a visual feast, hinting at the mystery and danger that await them. Optimus Prime, ever the leader, transforms with a satisfying metallic clunk, his imposing form casting a long shadow over the ancient landscape. The gravity of their mission is palpable, but there's also a sense of wonder, a quiet awe at the new environment. This isn't just a hunt for a MacGuffin. It's an exploration into an unknown part of the world teeming with history and secrets. The sounds of the jungle, the rustling leaves, the distant calls of exotic birds create a living, breathing backdrop for their alien quest. It's an adventure waiting to unfold, and our heroes are ready, or at least as ready as you can be when you're looking for a piece of a planet-destroying key in a place where jaguars are the least of your worries. Deep in the verdant, suffocating embrace of the Peruvian jungle, our heroes finally come face to face with the Maximals. The air grows heavy, not just with humidity, but with an almost primal energy. Suddenly, with a powerful rustle of leaves and the snapping of branches, Optimus Primal, the magnificent gorilla, bursts forth. He's massive, covered in intricate metallic fur, and looks absolutely ready to pound whoever dares trespass on his turf. His roar, a deep, resonant bellow, echoes through the trees, a sound that vibrates in your chest and tells you he means business. The Autobots are taken aback. This isn't exactly a friendly meet and greet. There's an immediate, tense standoff. The whir of Optimus Prime's cannons deploying is met with the sharp clang of Primal's fists, hitting his chest plate. It's a classic misunderstanding. two factions of good guys, squaring off because of poor communication, which, let's be honest, happens way too often. The Maximals, having been isolated for centuries, are naturally distrustful of these new metallic visitors. Erazor, now resurrected and in a slightly different form, circles overhead, her metallic wings creating a faint whoosh as she observes the scene. Cheater, the swift cheetah Maximal, is poised to strike. It's a genuinely thrilling introduction, full of raw power and the promise of epic confrontations. Noah and Elena, again, are just trying not to get squashed in the middle. The clash of ideologies and the sheer physical presence of these robotic beasts create a scene dripping with anticipation. Will they fight or finally unite against the common enemy? Thankfully, cooler heads or cooler circuits prevail, and Optimus Primal eventually leads our Autobot and human contingent to a hidden Maximal sanctuary, deep within the jungle. It's a marvel of ancient architecture and advanced technology, a place where time seems to stand still, filled with a sense of reverence. Here, amidst ancient carvings and glowing energy conduits, Primal recounts the Maximals' long and arduous history. He explains how they fled their homeworld eons ago, crash-landing on Earth, where they've since been meticulously guarding the second half of the Transwarp Key. His voice, deep and resonant, describes the terror of Unicron, showing them ancient etchings that depict the Planet Eater's grotesque form and the devastating power of the Key. The carvings, bathed in an eerie light, illustrate the sheer cosmic horror, the silent screams of worlds devoured. He reveals that they've been waiting patiently for a sign, for a chance to finally send the Key somewhere safe, far from Unicron's reach. The sheer weight of their long vigil, the centuries of solitude and unwavering dedication, is palpable. Optimus Prime, initially somewhat stubborn, starts to truly grasp the enormity of the Maximal sacrifice and their shared burden. It's a crucial moment of world building, connecting these two factions through a common enemy and a shared, tragic past. The low hum of the Sanctuary's power core provides a constant, almost spiritual backdrop to Primal's tale, a silent witness to their enduring hope. The pieces are slowly clicking into place, forming a larger, terrifying picture of the universal struggle. Of course, because cosmic bad guys always have impeccable timing. No sooner have the Autobots and Maximals forged their uneasy alliance than Scourge and his gang show up to crash the party. The jungle, moments ago a place of ancient wisdom, erupts into absolute chaos. The metallic snarl of Scourge's arrival is immediately followed by blaster fire and the splintering of ancient trees. It's an all-out, no-holds-barred brawl. The Maximals, now united with the Autobots, fight with renewed vigor. Cheater zips through the foliage, a blur of metallic spots, his attacks quick and precise. Rhinox, the powerful Rhino Maximal, charges through enemies with a thunderous thud, sending Terrorcons flying like bowling pins. The battle is a symphony of destruction. The clash of Optimus Prime's sword against Scourge's bladed arm, the crack of laser fire tearing through the dense canopy, and the guttural roars of robotic beasts. The ground shakes with every impact, the air thick with smoke and the metallic tang of ozone. Noah and Elena, once again, are caught in the crossfire, using their wits and agility to avoid getting crushed. This battle isn't just about raw power. It's about learning to fight as one, despite their differences. The Maximals' beast modes give them an edge in the treacherous jungle terrain, while the Autobots provide heavy firepower. It's a truly exhilarating sequence, highlighting the strengths of each faction and the terrifying power of the Terrorcons. You can almost feel the ground trembling underfoot, the sheer force of these titans clashing in a beautiful, brutal ballet of metal and destruction. The fate of the universe hangs by a thread, and these guys are fighting dirty for it. In the midst of the jungle skirmish, a truly iconic moment unfolds. Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal, two leaders named Optimus, because why have one when you can have two, find themselves fighting back to back. It's a visual representation of their burgeoning alliance, a moment where mutual respect blossoms amidst the chaos. The clang of their combined blows against the Terrorcons is a powerful declaration of unity. Prime, with his stoic resolve, and Primal, with his primal fury, create an unstoppable force. Scourge, despite his menacing presence, finds himself overwhelmed by their synchronized attacks. The battle takes on a new intensity as the two leaders, once wary, now fight as brothers in arms. There's a subtle nod between them, a silent acknowledgement of shared purpose, even over the din of battle. The roar of Primal's charge and the determined whir of Prime's axe slicing through the air demonstrate a beautiful synergy. It's not just about brute strength, it's about leadership, strategy, and the power of unity. The sight of these two legendary figures fighting in unison is enough to give any fan chills. It's a key development in the world-building aspect. showcasing how different factions, despite their origins, can come together for a greater cause. The ground literally vibrates with the sheer force of their combined might, sending ripples of power through the battlefield. They're making a statement. You come for one, you get both, and it's going to hurt. Just when it seems like the tide might turn, Scourge, ever the cunning villain, pulls a fast one. With a burst of speed and a ruthless tactical move, he outmaneuvers the combined forces of the Autobots and Maximals. There's a sickening thump as he grabs the second half of the Transwarp Key, wrenching it free from its ancient protective mechanisms. The glowing energy of the key pulsates menacingly in his grasp. The Maximals' centuries-long vigil, their unwavering protection, is undone in a single brutal moment. The collective gasp of despair from the heroes is almost audible over the battle's din. Optimus Prime and Primal roar in frustration, their efforts proving insufficient against Scourge's relentless focus. It's a gut-punch moment, a stark reminder of the enemy's power and their own vulnerabilities. The crackle of the key's energy as Scourge activates it fills the air, a chilling harbinger of Unicron's impending arrival. They've lost, at least this round. The jungle falls into a stunned silence for a brief, agonizing moment, broken only by the retreat of the Terrorcons. Our heroes are left with a bitter taste of defeat, the weight of a galactic threat now heavier than ever. The world feels a little colder, a little darker, knowing that Unicron is one step closer to making Earth his next snack. This is where the true fight for survival begins, where despair might just be a stepping stone to an even greater resolve. You can almost hear the dramatic tension music swelling. With the key in hand, Scourge begins the terrifying process of opening a portal to summon Unicron, starting a countdown to literal planetary doom. The sky itself begins to tear open, a terrifying cosmic wound, with the air crackling with raw, destructive energy. Noah, seeing the impending catastrophe, makes a split-second, incredibly brave decision. He's not just an observer anymore, he's a participant. He leaps into action, a tiny human against a monstrous Decepticon, attempting to stop Scourge. It's a move born of sheer desperation and selflessness. Mirage, who has grown incredibly fond of Noah and is now severely damaged, sees Noah's valiant, suicidal charge. With a pained groan of metal and a flash of brilliant blue energy, Mirage uses his unique holographic abilities to a whole new extent. He doesn't just project a clone. He practically becomes a suit of living armor around Noah, a desperate last-ditch effort to protect his friend. The metallic shimmer of Mirage's energy forming around Noah is visually stunning, transforming the human into a temporary, quasi-Autobot warrior. It's a moment of profound connection, a bond forged in fire and impending doom. The ground trembles as the portal widens, spitting out sparks of raw cosmic power. This isn't just about the fate of Earth. It's about the personal sacrifice, the bond between a human and his robotic friend. Mirage's metallic groan of effort and Noah's determined cry of defiance underscore the emotional weight of this pivotal scene. This is where Noah truly earns his hero stripes, going from reluctant participant to full-blown champion. The stakes couldn't be higher. With Scourge successfully opening the portal, the dark, horrifying maw of Unicron begins to loom large in the sky, a monstrous eye gazing down upon Earth. You can almost feel the Planet Eater's immense, malevolent hunger radiating through the screen. Optimus Prime, ever the inspiring leader, lets out a powerful roar, rallying his Autobots and the Maximals for what he knows will be their most challenging battle yet. His voice, usually stoic, now carries a fierce urgency, a clarion call to arms. The clank of their transformations, the whir of their weapons deploying, creates a symphony of preparedness. The air is charged with tension, a mix of fear and fierce determination. This isn't just about protecting themselves. It's about protecting every living thing on Earth. He reminds them of their shared purpose, their oath to protect the innocent. Primal stands by his side, a silent but equally resolute force. The Maximals let out their own battle cries, a chorus of mechanical roars and animalistic growls. Every Autobot and Maximal stands ready, their forms shimmering under the eerie purple glow of the encroaching portal. It's a truly epic scene, setting the stage for the climactic battle. The sounds of metal on metal, of circuits whirring, are no longer just mechanical. They're the sounds of an entire army preparing to face down an apocalypse. The world building here reinforces the idea that Earth is not just a battleground, but a sanctuary worth fighting for, to the very last spark. This is it, folks. The endgame is upon us. The final battle explodes onto a desolate, rocky mountain pass, a fittingly dramatic backdrop for the fate of two species and one entire planet. The combined forces of the Autobots and Maximals charge forward, a metallic tide of heroism against the darkness. The ground trembles with the thunderous thud of their footsteps. They're met head-on by Scourge's army of Terrorcons and their corrupted minions, a terrifying horde that seems endless. The clash is immediate and overwhelming. Lasers crisscross the sky, explosions rock the peaks, and the metallic clanging of weapon on weapon creates a deafening din. Bumblebee, ever the nimble fighter, zips through the fray, his stingers buzzing with deadly energy. Arcee performs gravity-defying maneuvers, her rifle spitting fire. Rhinox and Cheetor tear through enemy lines, their beast modes proving incredibly effective in the rugged terrain. Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal lead the charge, their voices booming over the chaos, inspiring their troops. The portal above continues to expand, a constant reminder of the ticking clock and the immense power of Unicron. The air is thick with dust and the acrid smell of burnt circuitry, a truly sensory overload. It's a full-throttle, action-packed sequence, emphasizing the sheer scale of the conflict. The camera captures the raw power of each combatant, the desperate struggle against insurmountable odds. Every punch, every blast, every metallic roar feels incredibly significant. This isn't just a battle. It's a desperate plea for survival, a ferocious fight for existence against a devourer of worlds. Amidst the giant robot brawl, Noah, now essentially Iron Man but with a slightly more sarcastic AI, continues to fight with Mirage's fragmented armor. The metallic whirring of Mirage's systems, though damaged, still aids Noah, providing enhanced strength and holographic projections. He's zipping through the fray, a tiny but incredibly resilient human, dodging blaster fire and taking down Terrorcons with surprising efficiency. The jokes and banter from Mirage, even in his compromised state, are a highlight, a testament to their unbreakable bond. It's a fantastic blend of human ingenuity and alien tech. Noah uses his knowledge of electronics to exploit weaknesses in the Terrorcon's armor, delivering precise, impactful blows. The visual effect of Mirage's energy shimmering around Noah is impressive, making him look like a phantom warrior. The sheer courage of this human, standing shoulder to shoulder with Titans, is genuinely inspiring. He's not just surviving. He's actively participating, a symbol of humanity's resilience. The thud of his amplified punches and the zing of Mirage's energy blasts add an extra layer of sonic detail to his personal battle. This scene beautifully illustrates the world-building aspect, showing how humans can integrate with Cybertronian technology in a meaningful way, proving that you don't need to be a giant robot to make a huge difference in a galaxy-spanning war. He's officially part of the team, and he's kicking some serious metallic butt. In a moment that undoubtedly elicited cheers from audiences worldwide, our beloved Bumblebee, who earlier suffered a devastating blow from Scourge and appeared to be offline. A truly heartbreaking moment, if we're being honest, makes a triumphant return. With a sudden, brilliant flash of yellow light and a triumphant whirring sound, he reactivates. It's an electrifying moment, a powerful surge of hope for the beleaguered Autobots and Maximals. His iconic radio chatter immediately fills the air, a familiar, comforting sound amidst the explosions. He roars back into the fray, his stingers blazing, unleashing a furious assault on the Terrorcons who dared to incapacitate him. The crack of his blaster fire is now imbued with a sense of righteous anger. The relief on Optimus Prime's face, a rare display of emotion, is palpable. Bumblebee's return isn't just about adding another fighter. It's a massive morale boost, a reminder that even in the darkest hour, hope can rekindle. The metallic clang of his fists connecting with enemies is a powerful declaration that he's back, and he's not messing around. It's a classic cinematic trope, but executed so perfectly it genuinely resonates. The world building here showcases the enduring spirit of the Autobots and the emotional bonds they share. His return signifies that not all hope is lost, and the battle is far from over. This is the kind of punch-the-air moment that makes these movies so much fun. With the combined might of the Autobots and Maximals and the unexpected return of Bumblebee, the tide slowly begins to turn. The Terrorcons, previously so relentless, start to falter under the sustained assault. Scourge, witnessing his forces being decimated and the portal's activation faltering, erupts in a surge of pure, unadulterated fury. His metallic snarl is deeper, more guttural, tinged with desperation. He's not just evil. He's also a sore loser, apparently. In a twisted act of spite, rather than allow the key to be recaptured, he attempts to overload it, trying to force the portal fully open, even if it means destroying the key and Earth in the process. His loyalty to Unicron is absolute, even at the cost of his own existence. The Transwarp Key pulses erratically, emitting dangerous crackles of energy, threatening to rip the fabric of reality apart. The air becomes intensely charged, the ground beneath their feet vibrating violently. Optimus Prime and Primal rush to stop him, knowing that if Scourge succeeds, it's game over for everyone. The sound of Scourge's powerful claws scraping against the key's surface is an unsettling metallic shriek, pushing the tension to its absolute breaking point. This is Scourge's last desperate gamble, a chaotic attempt to ensure Unicron's victory, even if it's a Pyrrhic one for him. It's a moment of pure, raw villainy, showcasing the depths of his devotion to destruction. In a truly heartbreaking, yet heroic moment, Mirage, who's been fighting valiantly even while severely damaged and acting as Noah's battlesuit, makes the ultimate sacrifice. The metallic groan of his failing systems is almost a silent sob. With his remaining energy, he amplifies the Transwarp Key's destructive feedback, helping to overload it and ensure it cannot be used again, effectively sealing the portal and thwarting Unicron. His holographic projections flicker wildly, a final, beautiful display of his unique abilities. Noah, still partially encased in Mirage's form, feels the immense surge of power and the heartbreaking drain of his friend's life force. It's a profound moment of loss, made even more poignant by their newfound bond. The metallic crackle of the overloaded key and the subsequent deafening silence as the portal shrinks is truly impactful. Mirage's sacrifice isn't just a plot point, it's an emotional gut punch, a testament to the idea that even a wisecracking Autobot can hold the deepest courage. His final fading words to Noah are a genuine tearjerker. The world building here deepens the emotional connection between humans and Cybertronians, showing that their bonds are not just strategic, but deeply personal. It's a moment that reminds us that even in a world of giant robots, the smallest act of selflessness can have the biggest impact, cementing Mirage as a true hero. Fueled by the raw grief of Mirage's sacrifice and a renewed, almost primal sense of duty, Optimus Prime charges Scourge in a final brutal confrontation. This isn't just about strategy anymore. It's personal. The clang of their weapons is fierce, relentless, each blow carrying the weight of the galaxy. Optimus, his voice a guttural roar, unleashes a torrent of blows, each one echoing with the pain of loss and the burning desire to protect. Scourge, despite his injuries, fights back with venomous fury, his metallic snarl a desperate challenge. The air crackles with the sheer force of their combat, the ground under their feet literally splitting. But Optimus, driven by the memory of his fallen friend and the countless worlds Unicron has consumed, finds a strength born of pure resolve. With a final earth-shattering thump and a devastating swing of his axe, Optimus delivers the killing blow. Scourge is utterly destroyed, his malevolent spark extinguished in a shower of sparks and mangled metal. The victory feels earned, but also incredibly costly. The metallic crunch of Scourge's defeat is incredibly satisfying after his reign of terror. The silence that follows is profound, a momentary calm after the storm of battle, allowing the weight of Mirage's sacrifice to settle. The threat of Unicron, for now, is averted. It's a moment of righteous vengeance and ultimate justice, proving that even the most powerful evil can be defeated by unwavering courage and the power of friendship. Yes, I went there. With Scourge vanquished and the Transwarp Key utterly destroyed, the immediate, horrifying threat to Earth begins to recede. The massive, swirling portal in the sky, which had minutes ago looked like the gaping maw of a cosmic beast, now begins to shrink rapidly. The eerie purple light fades, replaced by the familiar blue of Earth's sky. The whoosh of dissipating energy is almost a sigh of relief. The ground, which had been trembling violently, gradually stills. The atmosphere, once thick with tension and fear, slowly clears, allowing a collective breath to be taken by the surviving heroes. It's a deeply satisfying visual, signaling the immediate end of Unicron's attempted invasion. The silent retreat of the cosmic darkness is a poignant contrast to its earlier terrifying presence. The Maximals and Autobots look up, weary but victorious, watching the last vestiges of the portal disappear. Elena and Noah, bruised but alive, exchange a look of profound relief and triumph. The world building here reinforces the magnitude of what they've just achieved. They've literally saved the planet, possibly the galaxy, from an unimaginable evil. The silence is golden, a beautiful calm after the chaotic storm, allowing the full weight of their victory to sink in. Earth has faced its greatest threat and emerged, albeit scarred, but ultimately triumphant. Give yourselves a pat on the back, heroes. In the immediate aftermath of the battle, a quiet, almost reverent atmosphere descends upon the ravaged landscape. The dust settles, revealing the heroes, both human and Cybertronian, battered but unbroken. There's a palpable sense of shared camaraderie, a bond forged in the crucible of war, The Autobots and Maximals exchange solemn glances, a silent acknowledgement of their alliance and the sacrifices made. Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime share a nod of profound respect, their differences now fully reconciled. The Maximals, having played their part, decide it's best to return to their secluded existence, promising to continue watching over Earth from the shadows. Their metallic whirring as they prepare to depart is a soft, almost melancholy sound. It's a bittersweet farewell, a poignant moment where allies part ways, knowing they faced true evil together. They're like the unsung heroes of ancient legends, fading back into the myths from which they came. The world-building element shines here, reinforcing the idea of hidden protector factions. Elena and Noah, still reeling from their adventure, understand the need for the Maximals' discretion. It's a moment that speaks volumes without needing excessive dialogue, emphasizing the deep, unspoken trust that has developed. The sun begins to rise, casting a golden glow over the scene, symbolizing a new dawn for Earth and its newfound protectors. The Maximals disappear into the jungle, leaving behind a profound sense of gratitude and a legacy of quiet heroism. You just know they'll be back, though, because, let's face it, evil never truly sleeps. Back in Brooklyn, life, for the most part, returns to its regularly scheduled programming, but for Noah, everything has changed. He returns to his family, a hero in more ways than one, though they're thankfully unaware of his intergalactic escapades. The quiet hum of his home, the laughter of his brother, feels more precious than ever. The biggest personal victory? He's finally secured the necessary funds for Chris's medical care, ensuring his brother will get the treatment he desperately needs. The relief on his face, a mixture of exhaustion and profound joy, is truly heartwarming. It's a powerful reminder that amidst the universe-saving heroics, the personal stakes remain incredibly important. His earlier struggles with job interviews and financial pressure now seem like a distant memory, replaced by a quiet sense of accomplishment. The clatter of everyday life, the street sounds of Brooklyn, are now sounds of comfort and safety. The world-building aspect ties back to Noah's initial motivations. His journey wasn't just about fighting aliens, but about fighting for his family. It's a touching scene, showcasing the quiet human triumphs that often get overshadowed by giant robot battles. He's not just a planetary savior, he's a brother who delivered on his promise. And that, my friends, is a victory worth celebrating, even without the dramatic explosions. It just goes to show, sometimes the biggest battles are fought on the home front. Just when Noah thinks he might finally get some peace and quiet, the universe, as it often does, throws another curveball. A mysterious, sharply dressed man in a black suit, radiating secret agent vibes, approaches Noah. He's got that knowing look, the one that says, "I know more than I'm letting on, and you, my friend, are about to be recruited." The agent, whose voice is smooth and conspiratorial, offers Noah a job, one that conveniently aligns with his unique skill set and, shall we say, recent extracurricular activities. It's a classic cloak and dagger recruitment, and Noah, ever the pragmatist, is understandably wary but intrigued. The agent then reveals a secret underground bunker, filled with advanced technology and a clear indication that there's a world beyond the Autobots and Maximals, a human organization dedicated to dealing with these unexplained phenomena. The hiss of the bunker door opening reveals a world of shadowy operations. The surprise on Noah's face is priceless, a mix of, "Are you kidding me?" or "I'm totally in." The world building here is a significant tease, a subtle nod to a much larger cinematic universe waiting to unfold. It's a fun, slightly cheeky way to hint at future adventures without giving too much away, leaving you eager for more. This isn't just a job. It's an invitation to a whole new world of secrets, where Noah's unique blend of bravery and street smarts will undoubtedly be put to good use. You can almost hear the to-be-continued music starting to play. And trust me, it's a good one. And here it is, the moment that probably sent shivers down the spines of many a nostalgic fan. The reveal that this mysterious organization is none other than G.I. Joe. The agent, with a knowing smile, hands Noah a business card, and there it is, the iconic G.I. Joe logo, bold and unmistakable. The thump of the card hitting Noah's hand is a small but powerful sound, signaling a massive cinematic universe crossover. It's a brilliant piece of world building, connecting two beloved franchises in a way that feels organic, yet incredibly exciting. Noah's reaction, a mix of disbelief and growing understanding, perfectly mirrors the audience's own surprise. The implications are huge. Autobots and G.I. Joe fighting side by side. Yes, please! The sheer potential for future stories, for new allies, and even greater threats is mind-boggling. It's a clever way to expand the Transformers universe, grounding it with a familiar human element while still promising larger-than-life action. The low, almost conspiratorial whisper of the agent as he explains the organization's purpose adds to the intrigue. This isn't just a job offer. It's a handshake deal with a legacy. It's the kind of reveal that makes you want to immediately rewatch both Transformers and G.I. Joe movies, just to see how they might retroactively fit. And honestly, who doesn't love a good crossover? Yo Joe and roll out. Together at last. As we wrap up our journey through Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, we're left with a powerful sense of hope and the enduring spirit of heroism. This film reminded us that courage isn't exclusive to towering robots. It resides in the human heart, in selfless acts for family and friends. It taught us about unity, how different factions, despite their origins, can come together for a greater cause. The world is a vast, wondrous, and often dangerous place, but it's worth fighting for. Our personal battles, like Noah's, often prepare us for the grander ones, reminding us that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. May we all find our inner Optimus Prime or Primal, ready to face the future with unwavering resolve and a spark of hope. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight.